Let's talk about Hulk. So here's the thing about Hulk. He doesn't have like a huge arc, you know, because he doesn't have his own movies. So like, there's only so much they can do with him, but he still has a little bit of an arc, and it's not really finished yet. I don't think Hulk's arc is completed in this movie. It's just like we see the next part of it, and I think it'll probably be completed in Avengers 4, hopefully, or maybe not. But this is how I see Hulk's very short, very small arc. In The Incredible Hulk, which none of you watched, I'm sure, he has this little monitor on his wrist that starts beeping when his heart rate starts to get too high.
Controlar o medo é a melhor coisa que você pode fazer para ter entendimento do seu corpo.
Because the whole thing in that movie that they never really talk about later is that he becomes the Hulk when his heart rate is too high. As far as I know, that's still canon. I guess he just like got rid of the little Fitbit. The point is, Bruce Banner didn't choose to become the Hulk. He never wanted to be the Hulk. It was only a burden to him. And then throughout these films, in Avengers 2, the Hulk becomes a tool that Banner can use.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
But it's still an inconvenience to him, as is pointed out in Avengers 2.
Where can I go? Where in the world am I not a threat?
The point being, the Hulk wants to come out. The Hulk is someone who is ready to show up. Bruce has to keep the Hulk at bay. He has to stop the Hulk from coming out. He doesn't let the Hulk out. But, some weird stuff happened when he flew to Sakaar, where time works a little differently, as the Grandmaster said.
Time works real different around these parts. On any other world, I'd be like millions of years old.
And he ended up just kind of being stuck as the Hulk for 2 years, and I don't know if that's because time works differently, like the Grandmaster said, or for some other reason.
The whole thing is totally different this time. I mean, in the past, I always felt like Hulk and I each had a hand on the wheel. But this time, it's like he had the keys of the car and I was locked in the trunk.
Well, you're back now. That's all that matters.
No, it's not what matters. What I'm trying to tell you is that if I turn it to the Hulk again, Banner may never come back.
He's stuck as the Hulk for 2 years, till he hears Black Widow's voice. Sun's getting real low, buddy. At the end of Thor Ragnarok, Banner thinks that he's just going to become the Hulk. He jumps out of the helicopter. It's not a helicopter. He jumps out of the ship. He lands on the Bifrost, and he thinks he's going to be Hulk by the time he lands. But he lands on the Bifrost, and he's still Banner. And then, like, after a couple minutes, he becomes Hulk again, right? But the point is, he didn't become Hulk right away, because Hulk was reluctant to come out. So then Hulk fights the huge wolf, and he wins, I guess, if I remember right. And then Hulk fights Thanos, and Thanos beats him. And then Heimdall at the last minute, whoosh, Bifrost's Hulk back to Earth. And then he lands, and he's like totally traumatized. You can see this when he like gives Tony Stark a hug. He thought Thor was dead. Thor wasn't dead, but he thought Thor was dead. Because he left before he saw, the what we saw, but he didn't see the Guardians show up. So he thought Thor was dead. He didn't know Loki was dead. He was terrified, and Hulk was terrified too. Hulk didn't even want to show up. And so that's the point, really, is that Hulk was ready to be there as much as he could when he was first around. And by the time of this movie, Hulk's been through so much that he just doesn't even want to show up. He says no. Banner's like, Hulk, come out. And Hulk's like, no, I don't want to. That's all about Hulk.